사야 되네. 수리도 해야 되고. 수리. 아, 옷 사야 되는데 되게 머네. 아우 씨.
Run, Roach.
나 현상금 걸렸다 그랬지? 이 새끼 다 걸렸다. 일로 와라. 일로 와. 아, 나 경비병 때리고 있었어?
Look like locals. Hayden's right. I'm a hunted man. Well,
위쳐 을에서? 세상에. 현상금 쫙 깔렸네. 으흐. 아, 여기 먼저 가야 되는데.
What's new, mon ami?
못 가게. 사장님.
Sacre bleu! It's a crime.
Excuse me?
아,
There is no
예.
excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew.
얘도 케이지 않다?
My salon stands open. Please come in.
옷 거지 같다고.
All jests aside.
I'm more.
우아한 보클레르 더블릿. 신발이 보콜레르로 가면 사고.
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
문이 안 열려요.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Let's go.
여왕님은 어떻게 입으셨을래나? 기억이 안 나네.
Hectic came up with did something awful this year.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
머리 하시느라고 늦나 보다. 풀매하고. 아, 너무 꽁꽁 싸맸어.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad
Geralt.
at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required. They're a little different, the ones Mandragora
아 이거
members
아니에요?
wear.
아이씨.
I've brought you one. Put it on.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
다 똑같은 거네.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right.
현상금 걸렸잖아.
Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a
그러고
clue.
보니 진짜 귀걸이 했네.
Let's hear it.
여왕이랑 똑같은
Seek
귀걸이.
the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
또 단들라이온 얘기. 자꾸 언급해.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress.
아니
There.
여왕 옆에서 할 얘기는 아니야.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask.
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
파티의 여흥에 첨가하자.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in
내면의 예술가를 표출하기 위해 물감 주머니를 통합니다. 이걸 15개를 언제 던져?
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine! Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pale and bronze. Scarlet, crimson, oxblood. Crimson lips, full sensual parka lips. Position takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Position takes shape.
한 번만 더 하면 된다.
Yes.
어? 없어요.
Be a masterpiece.
물감이.
Should you tire of these hues,
아,
drop
있구나.
them in the pail and grab a different way. It's the solitude.
It's not a manifestation of Shem. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Voila! Allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, which is the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him. Come, let's look in the alcove.
파티가 너무 많아가지고 뭘 해야 될지 모르겠네.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them
Fine.
brings good luck.
Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
기다려봐. 술 먹는 건 자신 있어.
How beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Absent, impressive, furred hooch of artists.
Careful. It packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful
술도
resistance.
마시고. 이게 뭐요? 줄다리기야 뭐야? 아 이거 그거구나.
They can't agree.
이거 어떻게 하는 거지?
Greetings, Witcher.
끄기.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves. Good to see you, Geralt.
그거 어떻게 참여하는 거야? 아 당기기. 됐다. 어?
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not
그렸네.
move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the
아니네. 꽃을 던졌으면.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave
아,
now.
말 맞네, 그 참.
The great one. He's a dance.
Sculpture, you speak.
러브레터?
Love letter penned on a napkin.
뭐라.
Look,
Oh, my amour.
someone left their loot behind.
왜 자꾸 또 언급질이야?
This was scratched. Someone beating it once.
어우, 잘하네.
Color is part of the shadow.
일부러 그러는 것 같아.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
Looks like it held a flask of Parthenon. Gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat tattered.
경호원?
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
그냥 때리고 가자. 아,
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace,
목소리만 듣고
I
알다니.
did not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
우리를 봤다고 아무에게도 말하지 마.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
세실리아를
Looking
만나.
for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
프리 패스네.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
천천히 가요. 죽었어?
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
아니야, 드라큘라 아니야.
Didn't go out the door.
목을
Guard would
그었어.
have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Get up, I will be fine.
안 돼요.
Go after that rogue.
여왕님에게
I
무슨
shall fetch
큰일이
help.
생기면 전 살아갈 수 없어요.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door. Then stepped in the
딴 문으로
soil.
넘어갔구만.
Must have climbed this ladder. Footprints. Made by soiled boots. Good hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Bloodstains.
핏자국.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
그 보석이 이거 아니야?
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
뭐가 엄청 많네. 이거 뭐야? 깨트렸네? 거울?
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard and sank to the floor.
어?
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone tried to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out, fall out. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
쟤 누구지?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
Full detail.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He
거짓말하는 것
stood with his
같은데.
back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
뭘 쫓고 있었던 건지 알 것 같아.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint.
투쌍의 심장?
Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
비싼
I
건가
bought
봐.
it many years ago from a young woman.
이 보석이 왜 중요하죠?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
목걸이 모양 아니야?
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got
문장.
an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
조사해야겠어요.
Oriana, everything we discussed here.
오리아나하고 여왕하고
Hope you'll keep it to yourself.
너무
Counting
비교돼.
on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
오리아나 수상해.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence?
그러게.
Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
여왕도 뭐 찔리나 본데?
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
왜 추방당했죠?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an
부적절한 순간에 태어나는 건 뭐야?
They said she was touched by the curse
낳는
of
것도
the
지 맘대로
Black
못해?
Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain.
그래서 드라마에서
Though she
보면은
masked this with confidence,
여자애들 막
arrogance.
찾아 죽이고 막
She could also be cruel at times.
20대
I recall
태어난
one
애들 막
such situation.
그러잖아요.
She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
이 일에 연루되어 있을 거라
Think your sister might
보십니까?
be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She
대충
always
눈치는
did
까고
enjoy
있었네.
stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Time, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be
그래서 5
harmed in
명의
any way,
엄청
shape, or
충신
form.
가신들을
You
죽이는구만.
must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her, sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain.
여왕은 레지스가 뱀파이어인 거
We are
모르나?
lending our combined resources to the witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other
오리아나
for...
뱀파이어인가 보다.
ages, literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides
그러니까는
them from the world very
아까
diligently.
그놈하고 싸웠지. 안 그러면
You
어떻게
said you're
싸웠겠어?
both aiding him with his contract. It involves
도망칠
the beast of
정도면?
Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might the monster wish to apologize to?
여기 제대로 된 사람은 여왕밖에 없네.
Though at times there is no choice. When
저
loved ones are at risk and
무서운
require
자리인데.
protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses.
아,
I
지금
found
패션
most
얘기할 때가
fascinating.
아니에요.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint. My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
본인이 오고
But
싶어
that is
했겠지.
precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
오리아나는 어떻게 하는 사이요?
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you.
고위
and
뱀파이어는
before
아닌가?
she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all
가서 싹 다
else.
죽일까봐.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff.
삽 출동할
Good luck,
시간이구만.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
얼굴 진짜. 약발이 오래가네 오늘.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man. to say
디트라프가
the
차마
least.
살인자라고 말은 못하고 뱀파이어라고.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill.
혼자
It
가는 게
stands
안 돼.
along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
오, 버프 아직 남았어. 좋아.
And our knights, what are they?
버프 나무. 아이.
Prepare to witness
Come on
wonders
now.
at the annual
자정 이후에 늘어난 DLC 백작.
biggest patron this year, Lady
여기서
Valiant
팔고 가자.
knights, the oldest of the world, will vie for the
공성작전.
tourney champion. Tickets still available, but certain to run out quickly. Open house at the Beauclair chapter of the Trent.
Greet.
What do you...
근데 이제 돈을 별로 쓸 데가 없어서
Good luck.
업그레이드 할 것도 다 했고.
Another murder by the horrid beast. Nil to the Peyrak falls victim to short cowardice.
집도 개조 다 했고 돈 다 썼어. 이제. 꼼꼼히 죽고 다녔더니 돈이 남네. 우리 집이잖아. 집에서 가는 거네.
Come on, Roach.
자정 이야기의 전환점에 들어서고 있습니다. 잠깐. 내가 여기서 뭐 하고 가야 되는 거 있나 캐? 많이 안 하긴 했는데 예니퍼 캐 안 하면은 날아가는 거 아니겠지? 쾌가 너무 많아가지고 마를랜드 나오네. 아, 귀여움도 재밌고. 비비안 캐를 못한다고? 비비안 캐가 어느 거예요?
비비안 캐는 영국의 병이다.
미친. 비비안 캐가 뭐야? 맨 위에 게 비비안 캐야 이거? 아, 귀여움 게 비비. 아, 맞다. 귀여움이면 맞네. 이거 하고 갑시다. 이 캐는 재밌어. 그 무모한 귀여움 기사 있잖아. 우리 집에 있는 거요? 귀요미? 아, 경기장에.
Witcher, I have a matter of prime urgency and import.
Your wound. Feeling better?
정의감으로 똘똘
It's
뭉친
healing
이
splendidly,
귀여운
though
기사.
I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
저주?
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation,
작업했던 얘기를
and she
이렇게
even began
길게
to
해.
respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
다른 거 없나?
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learned, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year.
시녀가
Thus, each participant will be granted an
우리가 흔히
audience with her.
생각하는 그런
Got a problem
시녀가
then.
아닌 것 같아.
See, I'm not a participant.
뭔가 좀
I've
귀족이
devised a
하는.
solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
하여간 여자에 눈 들어가갖고 이씨. 그건 그거고 돈은 줘야지.
Hardly a regular job, this.
기사니까
Not
돈도
often I gotta
많겠네.
take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
좀 너 중산층이구나. 천 단위로 갈 줄 알았는데.
Vivian is worth every copper, but this amount I simply do not have. You ask too much.
$560원으로 하자. 565원.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine, I'll look into it.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now,
Meaning?
could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance?
뭐야, 이 새끼 싸울 줄도
And you
몰라?
must learn the tourney. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your.
아, 나를 의심하는 거야
Besides, the
지금?
tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually.
훈련 필요 없어.
Apply all the skills you mentioned on it. Don't need any training.
Must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your strong.
등록 텐트가 어디지? 내가 대타로 뛰는 거예요. 스태미나 안 빠지니까 이거 완전 개좋네. 고추 버프 대박인데.
Greetings.
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your
제가
personal
무슨
history
가문이라고 할
and its
것까지는
heraldic
있는데 무슨
aspects.
가문 개인이
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia,
What a surprise.
or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of two crests. Which do you prefer?
리비아의 게롤트에 대해서 뭘 알아냈지?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But
이건 완전
I
옛날
wager you
소설적이네.
know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river.
리비아의 게롤트로 참가하겠다.
I'm Geralt, not about to fight under a false name.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your
기념품,
participation in the
souvenir.
tournament. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not,
안 해도 돼, 안 해도 돼.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow.
무엇에
Upon
걸고
what would you like to
맹세를
swear
하라고?
it?
뭘? 찬란한 전화의 가터벨트는 뭐야? 사랑에 걸고 맹세하겠다.
I vow on the love of my lady, Yennefer of Vengerberg, to respect the chivalric virtues.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms.
이거를 만약에 엔딩을 안 보고 여기 먼저 왔으면
Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall
둘 다
be fitted
선택을 안 한
with
상태면
appropriate
어떻게 되려나?
armor for the tourney.
대사가 어떻게 나올지 궁금하긴 하다.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Good luck. 아, 진짜 어색하네.
Right, Edriga clans! Docks nibbles!
That's fine. Then this
Geralt, well, I'll be. Have you decided to turn knight errant?
삽이 좀
All jesting aside, here on a job.
일하러 왔어.
22.
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Renfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago, a nervous wreck, stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less, as if that would aid his determination.
Guessing that's against the
저거
rules.
도핑하네 막.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt, I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Or will it give you any pleasure? Since as it
Oh,
is
no,
we
Gent,
must
no.
both wait. Play me in
Never.
the heart of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
No, no. 얘도 여기서 안 하면은
Another time,
카드 못
maybe.
얻나 보네.
Ha!
여기 사자는 거
You've
보니까.
denied me some diversion, but at the least my eyes are in for a treat. Lady Vivian should appear shortly.
비비안 이뻐.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
귀여워.
Behold home Akispark of the Mechthian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him new blood, a knight unknown till now. Sir Geralt of Rivia, give us a bow.
야, 위쳐 인생 성공했어. 기사로 대접받고.
The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man win.
이거 어떻게 하는 거지? 저 새끼 왜 이렇게 빨라? 겁나 빠르네?
Akispark wins! Yet are those tears in his eyes? Perhaps his heart yearns for a lover's soft sighs. Sir Geralt of Rivia did not give his best. He failed, missed his marks, and did not pass the test.
Blast that kind of luck. In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us
그래도
go.
다 진행돼.
Yeah, let's go now.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
마법 크림이 1400 크라운? 화장품 값이 저렇게 비싸?
Oriole feather. Vivian keep a bird as a pet. No sign of it here, if so.
Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet.
His insults. Used to make compresses. Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme. Jar of concealing ointment. Powerful magic at work here. Claw marks, that's clear.
Someone
Not
approaches.
Sure what beast left them. Just that it's big. You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my latest tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here.